Yep, let's go for it. We're there. There we go. Cool. Oh, 感谢你的礼物. Oh, it's only present as well. Oh, Zhongchuang. Okay. Zhongchuang. Zhongtong. Oh, okay. Sorry, my brain right now. Zhongtong. The Zhongtong is for Alistair. I feel like your Chinese is a lot better than mine now. It's a lot better. It's getting a lot better now. I've been a little bit slack the last few days because I've been working on content. Again, excuses. I shouldn't be making excuses, should I? I should be studying. Actually, where's my flashcards? Give me 2 seconds, guys. Let me get my flashcards. I can study a bit of Chinese right now. Flashcards. You guys will be interested in this. This is 很有意思. I'm studying the HSK 5, HSK 5. So I ordered these from Taobao, and I got these from Taobao, and these are. I've been going through these every day just to get I think the vocabulary is half the battle with Chinese. So I've just been doing this, like 相敬如宾, like that kind of stuff. That's really useful. So I've just been going through this, 细节, all that kind of stuff, and trying to just do a little bit each day. Hold on a second. Let me I need another one, don't I? Sorry guys, 2 seconds because I need to set another camera up. But feel free to ask any questions. If anyone's got any questions, just drop them down below. Got quite a few people in here right now. Ooh, 90 people. Woo! 90 people. Stand. This is my big stand that I've been using. Oh, and I'll show you guys. I don't know if anybody's seen the video. Did you guys see the video that I posted probably 10 videos ago where I got this ticket from this WeChat event? And this is the plant. So I do need to water it. Give it a little bit of shui. A little bit of shui. There you go. I'll give it some special shui. The shui. Just a little bit there. So that, hopefully, that is my ticket that I got from that WeChat event. If anyone remembers that. And just letting that grow. So yeah, this is what I've been doing every day. I've got I've got hundreds of these cards. The HSK 4 that I studied, when did I do that? 2000. Erling R. Enian, I think. No, it couldn't have been that. HSK 4. When was that? 4 years ago. Wow, 4 years ago. Okay. So lots of studying to do. I've just been going through the cards, and every day, 细节, 点太, that's one of my hardest. I'd say my Ting Li and my Koyu is pretty good, but I always just speak Chinese, so this kind of stuff. This is the stuff I'm working on right now. So yeah, I'm doing my best to not without a gift. I don't say that. I've got this new rule that if someone wants me to say that phrase, I have to get a gift from them. It's the only way. I'm not going to just say it for free anymore because it's it's a lot of money. Oh, you can play games on this as well. Cool. Let's see if I can invite anyone in. Yeah, I got this issue with my WeChat at the moment. I can't actually. Oh, Feichan Ganxiani. Okay, you did give me a gift. Okay. Can you say water? Is that wait? Hold on a second. Before I say that, is that a bad phrase? Because we would never, you would never say that phrase. There's no need to say that phrase. So if you've got another phrase for me to say, I might say that. But Ganxiani Liwu, I'm not going to say that. Thank you. So obviously the last few days have been very good. If you're British or you're Chinese, I would say we've been all over the news. So it's been interesting developments happening. It's very good for business and relations. I'm pretty happy. This is stuff I've been talking about for years now. I had an interview with a quick interview, although we did about 30 minutes of filming and then they've very cleverly put it down to 2 minutes. I had an interview with CGTN, which is all over. If you go to the CGTN channel, I did a very quick interview, which, it was really good. I got to introduce myself, introduce what I'm doing in China, and just give a little comment on the meetings that's happened the last couple of days, which have been really positive. So all in all, it's been a great couple of days, I think. I would have liked to have got a bit more involved in the last few days. So gone to some of these meets and things like that. But it wasn't very well organized on the British side. I'm actually very critical of the way the British organized things here. As usual. Very disappointing. But yeah, I think it's very good for business relations, culture exchange, both for China and the UK. So I'm really happy how the last few days have panned out. It's been a good couple of days. Yeah, Year of the Horse. Year of the Horse. Indeed. I like that. The Year of the Horse in Bingwu is auspicious. Welcome to the day and night boat tours of Xinghu Lake. There you go. Nice little guangao there. The boat tours of Xinghu Lake. I should get paid for this. This is the thing. When people say, can you say this? They don't ever say, please. Do you realize who you're speaking to? I'm all about the etiquette and decorum when you speak to me. Don't just say, can you say this? It's something my grandparents always taught me. They always taught me never to say, can you do this? They always say, please, may you, or if it's not too much trouble. That was something they always instilled into me. Wow, 164 people. That's incredible. A lot of people in here right now. So I need to rephrase that, guys. You say, I need many gifts. And that's the thing, guys. I want to get this gifts. I want to get this up to 1,000. If I can get this up to 1,000 and I can get this up to 2,000, I've never got this to 2,000, this Dianzan, and I've never got this to 1,000. So I would love to hit those targets. It's been a good day, though. I've just gone for a massage. I usually go for a weekly massage in China, usually at the weekends. You know, I've been working all week. It's always good to get a bit of a massage. So I usually do that. And then, yeah, I like to have a bit of a workout. So I had a workout this morning. Please may you. Oh, Ding, you said please may you, but what do you guys want me to say? Again, I'm still waiting for what do you want me to say? And why has it got Qatar in it? What's that got to do? I feel like a dancing monkey. Here's a gift, say this. I guess that's what you are when you're getting paid to do a job. So yeah, my goal or the 目标 is 在这里2000个点赞，还有在这里1000个礼物。That's my 我的目标，我的目标。I learned a new word today. 我今天我学新的词 which is 总统 president, and I knew 总理 I knew prime minister was 总理 总理。Please may you say what? It is polite. I don't. What do you want me to say? I'm still confused. I can do the classic line which everybody always wants British to say. But as my father always said, never do, if you're good at something, never do it for free. Wise words from my father. Do-do-do-do-do. Wow, 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 wow. Good questions, guys. Keep the questions coming. So yeah, I've been pretty consistent this week, apart from yesterday. Yesterday, I didn't do a YouTube. Like, I was too busy with the. Again, I don't like that word, but busy is nothing. It doesn't mean anything. But what I will say is, I did do a live stream in the morning though. I was in the gym yesterday morning, so I did do a little live stream. But yeah, I've just been doing 30 minutes or an hour a day, almost like a little hobby. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy speaking to you guys. It's always good fun. You guys have always got good questions. And you're funny, you're intelligent. That's the thing about the Chinese live stream. Like when I do live stream for Chinese. Yeah, okay, here we go. Mr. Bai Han, how is your progress in learning Chinese at some professional institutions in Shanghai, China? That's a really good question. So recently I've been studying for the HSK 5. I think what I need to do next is I just need to, I wish I'd done it a couple of years ago now, because I've just heard they've added another 500 characters or something. So I'm not looking forward to that, but I need to learn these characters anyway. But the best way to learn a language is just book that exam. So I'm going to book that exam, give myself enough time, do loads of past papers, do loads of flashcards, and go through this stuff, every day, Gian Tai. And I, Dui, doing all this stuff. I'll do all this and then just keep consistent. Something that I have been lacking a bit is my guitar, which is sitting down there. I haven't been playing that enough. This is the thing it's finding the time to fit in these 30 minutes, an hour of the things you want to do. So today I did a massage. That was an hour and a half. Today I went swimming. That was an hour. Did a bit of work this morning and early afternoon. That was 3-4 hours. So last night was a bit late because I actually had some business meetings last night, and they went on a bit. So in answer to your question, let me answer this question. This could be a lot better, me studying. If I'm being honest, I haven't been studying as much as I want to. I've been doing more live streaming than studying. I really should. If live streaming was available when I was doing my GCSEs and A levels, or when I was at uni, what would I have done? I mean, I don't want to discuss politics too much, but I will say this is really good. I think the meeting, this dialogue, it's always good to have dialogue and to have discussions. So I think it's a really good thing for both countries. And yeah, I think it's a good thing. And I just hope to see more British businesses doing business in China. And I hope to see more Chinese businesses going to the UK, kind of bi-directional. That's what I hope to see. More exchange, cultural business exchange is always important. Language exchange. I did see Keir Starmer struggling with the word "xie xie." I did see 我们的总理他有中文的问题，他不可以说谢谢。He's like 谢谢. He said something. He said if there's a video out there of him saying something very odd, I don't know what he was saying. But yeah, I think it's all. At least he was trying. I do think it's a shame that in the UK right now, schools are not being encouraged to learn Mandarin. I think that's a real shame because it is such a beautiful language. 中文很漂亮，很好听. And there was a period about 10 years ago where I think schools in the UK were learning Chinese. And then they just stopped it. They just stopped that initiative. So yeah, I mean, I've been doing the dialogue for I've been here in China for over 10 years. So I've been flying the flag both ways. When I go to the UK, I'm always saying how great it is in China. When I'm in China, I'm trying to get more British people for my family to come. So Shanghai is, I was trying to work that out the other. That's a really good question. I still don't know the answer to this question. I don't know how long I've been in Shanghai. I need to work that one out. Ten years. Northampton. Well, actually, so that's where my family split between Northampton and Hertfordshire right now. Like they're kind of for the last 10-15 years. But I grew up in the south of England. I grew up in Bedfordshire, which is about 1 hour north of London. Newcastle is a great city. Newcastle is a very good night out, by the way. If you ever get a chance, I've never had a lot of time in. I've always wanted to explore Newcastle. That's one of those cities. So I used to go to Edinburgh a lot. I never really had the opportunity to see Newcastle. I would love to go to Newcastle a bit more and check it out. Thank you. You guys are I really like the positive comments at the moment. This is lovely. Wishing you wishing everyone good luck and good fortune in the year of the horse 2026. I like that. That's very nice. Lovely. What lovely comments. I will say this as well. It's been really good for my social media the last few days. I've noticed all of a sudden my Weixin Shiping, my Douyin, or the Xiaohongshu, it's all had a bit of a boost. So the hashtag of Yingor must have really helped. That is true, right? And actually, I agree with that one. Is it true people in London criticize you for not using the left? I agree with that one. That's actually a British etiquette that I agree with, that you should always leave a gap. But actually what I do, I don't like to use the escalators as much. I think you should actually train. Right, try and use your legs. So if there's even if the stairs are a mile long, I always try and use the stairs, whether I'm in the UK or China. I don't like to use escalators too much. Obviously, if you've got massive luggage, it's going to be difficult, but then it's good for the muscles. So I would say try not to use the escalators as much as you can. Try and use the stairs, because the stairs are usually bare. But in the UK, sometimes they only have escalators. So just always stick to the right. Is it right? Hold on. Is it the right? See, I don't even know now. I think I don't in China, honestly speaking, and even in the UK, I don't really use the D tier too much. I'm not. 我很少用地铁，因为我很喜欢骑自行车，我很喜欢走路。So if you ever wanted to see me in Shanghai, you're probably going to see me out on the street cycling. I like to keep fit. So I'll give you a classic examples. In China, you know, sometimes in the Gaotie, it's like Gaotiejian, in the bullet train, you know, when everybody gets off the bullet train, sometimes it's a bit difficult with those escalators. So I tend to go down the middle and go down the stairs, even if I've got all my luggage, because it's gonna, you know, your muscles will get bigger. Also, it's actually quicker. So I can't share where I live in Shanghai because I have had crazy fans before. I've had crazy people. But what I can say is I live in Shanghai. Shanghai. And do you know what was really interesting? Last night, was it yesterday? Woman the Zhongli, he was in Oh, this is what I was going to ask you guys. I don't know how to say Keir Starmer in Chinese. Or the Zhongli the 名词，他叫什么名字？我不知道。I don't know how to say. I was trying to work out in Chinese. Like, is it like Keir Starmer? I didn't know how to say it, but both, because I've had crazy male fans that think I'm gay when I'm not gay. I'm actually heterosexual, and I've had crazy female fans. Not in a while though. This was actually, weirdly enough, when I was less popular, I had more crazy people. So, but yeah, in February, I'm hopefully going to do some more traveling, some different places in China, because this month I've kind of been a little bit, I wouldn't say confined to Shanghai, but so yeah, I used to study at Fudan Dashi. I used to study there. Yes, I am. Am I sure? Actually, if you looked at my content, you could say it's a little bit camp sometimes, but it's not. It's pretty obvious that I'm not gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay. I'm one of these people that I grew up in the UK and I've got many gay friends, and both homosexual, lesbian. To me, it's your sexual preference. I don't really care. And I don't care if people call me gay. It's not really a big deal. I'm just very British. Actually, the way I am in my videos, British people, we're not like that anymore. It's the culture's kind of dying in the UK. And that's another thing about fried fish we don't say fries, we say fish and chips with beans actually healthy diet that promotes longevity. That's pretty funny. Chuang Fong He. Go. Fried fish and fries with beans is actually a healthy diet. No, it's very unhealthy. It's not healthy at all. Sorry, no, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see when I pin? I've been pinning the comments, so it is not healthy at all. And actually, in Shanghai, I haven't found a really good fish and chip shop yet. There used to be one, but that closed. There's a decent pie shop, which is not too bad. The pie shop. Yeah, I can pin you. There you go. Bam. Yes, pin me as well. So, what was I going to say? Yeah. But I appreciate your support, guys. I know a lot of you have been. I'm looking at the fans in here. There's a lot of people in here that have been fans for many years, and I appreciate the support. 非常感谢你们的礼物。How rude. That is one thing about British culture. You can't really ask how old someone is. If you really wanted to find someone's age, this is a really good little tip. What you could say is, oh, you look so young. You look like you're about 21. And then see how they respond to that. But British people, we always like it when you think we're young. So when we're, I should do my wrist strength more. When we're younger, we want to be older. So when you're 21, when you're below 18, you want to be older than 18 because it's 18 is the legal drinking age. And then when we get to about, I don't know, 30, that's when we want to look younger. It's in British culture, it's inconsiderate to ask about salary, age, how much you pay for an apartment, the rent. But it seems to be when you come to Shanghai, both foreigners and Chinese, they don't care about those questions, especially the apartment question. I found that the amount of friends I've had walk into my apartment and say, "How much do you pay?" Like the first thing they'll say, they won't say, "Oh, what a lovely home." They always say, "Yeah, how much do you pay for this?" Like the first question. They won't do it in a subtle way. What they'll do is they'll say, 多少钱? But they don't say, "Hey, 不好意思，请问大概多少钱?" That's the way to ask something like that. But yeah, I never give the price. I know it's a very Chinese culture thing, but yeah, I'm not saying my age. I didn't say I was 30. I was saying when you get to about 30, 40 years old, when people start or older, people say, "Oh, you look younger." British people love that. But yeah, if anyone ever asks me like how much something is, I really don't like that question. I just don't like it, anything. Like I hate it when people want to learn English with me before, and they'd be like, "How much?" I'm like, "Well, you tell me. How much do you want to pay? What's your budget?" Why are they sharing these girls' pictures? I don't understand. What's all that about? I just want questions. I don't want pictures of girls. I'm going to block this. Sorry, guys. I like the questions. I don't like it when people put in weird stuff. Anyway, wow, we've hit the 2000. We've hit the 2000. 我很开心，我们有2000个礼物 but I want to hit 1000个 sorry 2000个点赞 but I want 我想要1000个礼物 Yeah, I like if someone approaches like asking how much something is there's a number of phrases I don't like in any language, which is how much and I'm busy. Like they're the two phrases I really hate when people say I'm busy, because most people are really not busy. Especially when the worst thing is when you meet people that say they're busy, and then when you're with them, they're on their phone, and you're like, why can't you do this when you're with other people and message me back? That's the worst one. Yeah, someone asked me this the other day about France, and I actually this is the interesting thing. I have more French friends in my life than I do British. Sorry, no, that's not true. Let me rephrase that. I have more French friends in Shanghai than I do British friends. Interesting, right? I have more German and French friends in China than I do British friends. I wish I had more British friends, but there's not many of us. That's the thing. There's not many British, actually. I think there's something like less than 10,000 Brits. I don't know the updated numbers, but yeah, I have more German, French, Australian friends, Chinese. But good questions, guys. I need some shui. Where did I put my shui? 啊，给我一杯忘情水。Should always do that after you drink. You should go. That is true. That is true. Something I do want to try. I really want to try paddle. You know, paddle is becoming really popular now. That's something I really want to try. I'd love to try this new sport paddle, because I know pickleball, and in Shanghai especially, paddle, pickleball, because they're quite easy to pick up as sports. Very easy to pick up a sport. So yeah. And I have some friends that we've discussed going to paddle on the bum. No, not on the bum, but the game. See, that's very British humor. That is very British. I was explaining this to someone the other day, like British humor. It's very unique to us. Australians get it. Chinese people get it. Americans half the time don't get it. It's very... We kind of punch down a little bit with British humor. American comedy is all about the hero, right? But we're all about the loser. That's the best way to describe. You look at Mr. Bean, or you look at David Brent from The Office. They're losers, right? They're not the kind of people you'd want to actually be friends with or hang out with, or God, I used to learn German, but I don't know how to say that. That's a good question. Here we go. I followed you for quite a while. Thank you so much, by the way. I appreciate if you follow, like, 你点赞转发评论. That's what I like. I do like that. But hold on, I'm going to answer this question. What amuses me about Chinese people? What amuses me about Chinese people? That's a very deep question. What's funny? Well, it's more when they laugh at me. It's not necessarily because I'm not going to understand Chinese jokes so much, but my Chinese is conversational, but it's not understanding cultural nuances. But something that amuses me. I find it quite funny sometimes some behaviors from some people. If you get like like a shushu or shushu 在高铁 or something like that, and they're like, "喂, 你好," you're like, "Fucking," you're like, "你可以安静." Like those guys are quite funny. Yeah. A well-placed tultan. If someone goes, if it's well-placed, but 99% of the time that is disgusting. But yeah, a well-placed tultan. I remember years ago when I was studying at Fudan, and we were in a class one time, and studying economics, and there was an uncle outside that did the biggest tultan I've ever heard, and the whole class, we just found it really funny. But it is disgusting, so I don't really like that. But and I wish you guys would say more things. I know there's that guy. Who's that guy? The Ning Ning guy. The what's his name? He goes around telling people to stop smoking. That guy. I wish he'd do the same for people that do a tultan. People that go. I wish he would stop people doing that. But yeah, it's a good point. Like British people is kind of punching down or taking the mick. I wouldn't say taking the piss. If you want to say that a bit more nicely, say taking the mick. Sorry, loads of questions. Yeah, I think that is the good thing. I don't really take things personally. I think that's a really good point. It is being able to laugh at yourself sometimes is a really good quality, and I would say I'm pretty good at that. If you watch my videos, you'll know that. So you can see that all in my in my posts. Sorry, there's loads of questions here, guys. Yeah, I've got loads of German friends, and German is a beautiful language. I was just for me, I was never a diligent student. I was pretty good at French up until the age of 16. I could speak really good French. I could have done one of those French exchanges. My GCSEs, I remember, I won't tell you the grade, but I remember I got an A in the speaking. My speaking was one of the best in the class. I was really good at speaking. I was never good. I'm never really good with Ting Li. Like I'm very good at speaking. Well, the call you, but my Ting Li, maybe it's because I got short attention span or but yeah. Oh, sorry, there's loads of questions. So no, I don't like paddle and I haven't tried paddle yet. It's on my but what I always say about like spitting and tultan is in the UK, young people spit. In China, old people spit. It's interesting, right? Different culture. Yeah, but I really wish you guys would just scream at them when they do that. How often do I hear I look like Mr. Bean? Not often, actually. There is a guy in China, isn't there? There's this guy that's running around pretending to be Mr. Bean. I don't know if he still does content. He looks like Mr. Bean, and he even has like the mole here. And I don't know if he's still running around China. And he had the teddy bear and everything. I don't know if he's. You guys could probably find him. I can't remember his name for the life of me. But yeah, pretty interesting. I'd rather try and be a little bit more like me. That's why with this content, I'm really not sure whether to be more like this or continue the in Great Britain or how does one sound more British? I'm not sure whether to continue because I kind of have two personas. This is the real Daniel right now that's speaking, but then I have the kind of funny British character, campy character. I'm still kind of torn between what to do right now. So I was trying to work this out at the moment. What to kind of, which direction to go with the channel. No, it's just something that I'm kind of working on right now. So, sorry, there's loads of messages here, guys. Yeah, Conor McGregor. He's a controversial one. Yeah, I mean, I find the Irish, Northern Ireland, or any accent is charming. People always say that about the Birmingham accent, that the Birmingham accent doesn't sound good. Birmingham? But I actually quite like a Birmingham accent. How about my A-levels? That's a good question. My A-levels, I did really well. I did get 3 A's at A-level. He could tell them to... Yeah. This is a good question. Is Sherlock Holmes a very popular? Yeah, I don't want to talk too much about the UK, guys. I love that you guys think I'm like this expert with the UK because every time I go back to the UK, I feel less and less British. I don't feel like I really belong to that culture anymore. I just feel like I'm more like the more I live in China, the more I think, where do I sit in this kind of culture in the UK? Yeah, I would agree, Hank. The Robert Downey Jr. portrayal of, I mean, they're all good. It was okay, but the Jeremy Brett one is closer to the book. You guys got to read the book. The books are better than the TV series, and the movies are pretty good. So, what's this? I don't understand what that is. Adele. I love Adele. I'll tell you why I like Adele. Because she's very unfiltered, but she took on the Americans. That's what I really like about her. Because for us Brits, we've got this thing, singers and songwriters, we've got this thing about if for British singers, bands, if you break America, like if you crack America with the music industry, you kind of break the world. Like you kind of conquer the world. And Adele was one of those people. She kind of after Amy Winehouse passed away, Adele kind of took that spot. And I have a lot of respect for Adele because she writes with all her stuff. And my favorite song is "We Could Have Had It All, Rolling in the Deep." That's my favorite song of hers. I love that song. Like the actual melody, like the drums and everything. But yeah, all of her stuff is really good. I do like her. I really like Adele. I do like all this. Like I like a bit of Ed Sheeran. Modern day singers I like. What's the name? Dua Lipa. Like, she's got some catchy songs. Do you know the novel Great Expectations? Yes, I read Great Expectations, Charles Dickens, when I probably was about 13 or 14. I read all Dickens when I was a teenager. That's when I really got into reading, when I was from the age of, I'd say, reading the great American and British novels and literature, kind of from the year, I'd say 12 to 18 were really my reading years, where I used to just sit in my room and read all the time. And it was really when mobile phones were not popular. I do miss those days. I do sometimes think, would life be better without all this technology? Would we all these phones and stuff? Damn, what a singing voice. Yeah. It's something I'm considering, guys, doing more stuff in China, as in acting or comedy, more media stuff. I'd like to get more into that, because I think obviously I can speak Chinese. I can do different accents. I can do an American. I can do Australian. I'm pretty good with an Aussie. I can do a Canadian. A Canadian is a little bit softer. Maybe I need a bit of work on those 3 accents, but yeah, it's something I do want to explore. But my singing, yeah, I can hit a note. I don't know. It's I had a singing lesson last year with this guy, and he actually said to me, you really need work. So yeah. This is a good question. Did I learn Chinese in school? I wish I had. This is a big regret of mine. I wish I'd learned Chinese earlier. God, imagine if you learned Chinese. Imagine if English kids learned Chinese from the age of 4 along with English. A bit like when Chinese kids learn English when they're 4. That's why young people in China, and why the level of English in China, which doesn't get talked about, is incredible. When you compare to Japan, Korea, no, actually in Southeast Asia, they're pretty good. Thailand and Vietnam, you go to some of those places, their English is pretty good. But China, I meet people all the time that their English is really good. I think there's just, with Chinese people, there's a bit of a modesty, like they kind of doubt their English. But yeah, I wish I had. How do I find this is I would say one of the most profound questions I've had tonight. How do you find Chinese culture would fit in the future world? Well, what element of Chinese culture? I think there's a lot to learn about the family element, like welcoming in, making sure, food don't get cold, where you chuan toxie, like all these kind of like welcoming. The family element, I think, is there's definitely some stuff in Chinese culture, family element, that we need to learn more about. That, whereas, looking after old people, respect of old people, I think, and your elders, that is something that is dying now in the UK, and we really need to bring that back. So I love this question. This is a really good question. Chinese culture, how would it fit in the future world? I mean, this Chinese culture is made up of lots of different facets and aspects, but so yeah. My thoughts on the last couple of days have been, the dialogues have been a step in the right direction. It's positive. It's good to see. We always need more dialogue. We need to learn from each other. Find differences and similarities, not just countries, but men, women, young, old, different races. We all need to find common ground. I think that's the way. There's so much division nowadays, and we need to find common ground, right? That's the only way we're going to advance as a human race. So yeah, guys, I'm coming up to the hour, so I may 下播 soon. 我马上会下播，1分钟以后我会下播. So if anybody's got any final questions, 就是感谢你们的支持。I'm not. What's a nice way to say that? 麻烦给我礼物。Give me money. 如果你给我礼物，我非常感谢你。如果你给我礼物，my connection went. So, 如果你给我礼物，非常感谢你。There we go. 客气. So yeah, I was trying to think of the. It's not just I know how to say it. I just want to say it in a nice way. But yeah, Fang Yuan, I like your comments tonight. These have been lovely. It's very kind of you truly believing in the dialogues between such different cultures. Yeah, you have to. You've got to find common ground. Was a pleasure. Thank you so much. Yeah, you enjoyed the stream. So yeah. Oh, wow, look at me. 我很帅。我戴墨镜. You know, if they do the wow. 感谢. Wow, 我太帅了. Oh, that's I love that little emoji. That's so cool. Ooh. So 感谢你，非常感谢你。It's 戴墨镜的礼物. I like that. Can we do it one more time? 再给我一遍. Sorry, I really want to see those sunglasses again. That is so cool. Can someone put those sunglasses on me again? Don't you put it on. No. Oh, that's quite funny. It's really cool, this live stream, that you can put those glasses on and it's like the... Anyway, 非常感谢你们，我爱你们，春节马上到，所以我祝你们快乐，祝你们健康，恭喜你发财 ，get rich, and yeah, have a lovely weekend, guys. 周末快乐，再见。And check out the new videos coming soon. So watch this space. Okay, guys. 再见. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.